Good afternoon, Linksters. It's myself, Miss Michelle, and my lab assistant, Rocky, here to help you again. This time we're going to do a social and emotional experiment with plants. So this should be lots of fun. Pretty simple for our very last experiment for the school year. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of our results, and so is Mr. Rocky. Okay, here we are again with our lab assistant Rocky and our marigolds. So the marigolds that you got is a package like this and a small little pot right here. So with our plant experiment, we're going to do three different treatments to the plants. So if you choose to do just one, then you'll just draw on your pot correspondingly. If you'd like to do all three, if you can find matching pots, it would be helpful. But there's lots of options to be able to do for pots. For instance, here's an egg container that has some zinnias, different flowers growing in it, and a Costco chicken container with a little tiny passion flower growing in it. So you can use water bottles, you can use all sorts of things. Seedlings are pretty forgiving as long as you don't overwater them. The other thing to note here is this is basil. There's way too many in that little spot. So when we seed our marigolds, you don't need that much. You only need a couple seeds in a pot. Let's get started. We are back, and we're going to show you what we've got. Do plants respond to our emotions? So we're going to have a happy plant. We're going to give it all of our love and happiness and sing songs and just do happy things to it. Praise it. We're going to have a sad plant where we give it our anger and our sadness and our frustration. I'm sure everybody has some of those at least right now. And we give all that to the sad plant, that sad, angry plant. Then we have a neutral plant, which we can't ignore completely because it would die, but we're just going to water and give sun, which will also give to the other two plants. So if we decide to do all three experiments, we're going to try to put the neutral plant in a place where it's not going to hear most of the people talking and stuff, so we can control it. And we'll put the happy plant and the sad plants in places where we think we can intentionally approach them and give them our happiness and sadness. But other than that, all it involves is I've got my happy face, sad face, and my neutral face. And take a couple seeds. Everybody had their marigold seeds. And just I'm probably going to put maybe, you don't have to put them very deep. You don't want to put them deeper than an inch. So put seeds. I will probably put 5 seeds per pot. These are good sized pots. So 4 in kind of a square and then 1 in the center. And that's plenty of seeds. They may all come up, so the marigolds will get bigger. So we'll do all that. We'll plant in each pot. And then all we do after that is water them, give them their treatments, and then once a week, we pick the time of week, we're going to measure them, and we probably won't get a measurement until the second week, but we'll measure them and see if they're growing different. So if you'd like to really think about the experiment, think about this. Which plant do you think is going to grow different? Do you think any plant will grow differently? Do you think it will affect them at all? Or what do you think is going to happen to the plants? Do you think one will grow better than the other? Do you think one will grow worse? Or do you think it just won't affect them at all? So write down what you think is going to happen. Try it out. If you decide to just do one, just send me the information on one and let me know what plant it is that you decided to do. If you did a happy or sad or neutral plant. And then we can get all our information together and see how we're experimenting. So it's super exciting. So we will talk to you soon. Okay, so this is going to be an example of a nastic response. Remember, that's a quick response that a plant does, responding to
any kind of stimulus. So if we see how that leaf collapses, and then if we tap it a little harder, the entire branch goes down. And they're actually on little kind of joints, but that is a response the plant does. At the nighttime, this same plant will shut up its leaves but not drop the branches in response to it being nighttime, and then open up again in the morning. But that one is a good response, a good example of a nastic response. Okay, so do plants really have emotions? Nobody actually knows. People that work with plants and different scientists have done experiments over experiments. Nobody's proven it, but nobody's disproven it yet either. However, plants absolutely respond to stimulus. A stimulus is something that you respond to. Could be pain, touch, cold, heat, anything. Stimulus, right? If you touch something hot, you pull your finger back. It's a stimulus. Or a little prick of a needle. So plants respond to stimulus as well. That is absolutely proven. Sunflowers exhibit a tropic response. So they respond by moving in response to a stimulus. The stimulus for a sunflower is not a big dog. Light, right? The sunflowers are known for following the sun. So they exhibit a tropic response. Other flowers, our common dandelion, exhibit a nastic response. It's a sudden response that they do to stimulus. And in this case, they close up at night, right? Morning glories do the same thing. They close up at night. They open up in the morning. So plants can tell time too, right? Not just seasons. And these guys and Venus flytraps are probably our most famous exhibitors of a nastic response. So that fast response that you get from a plant, Venus flytrap, fly comes and they snap, right? Pretty fast. So these guys are a sensitive plant, and they're a little less sensitive than when the wind's blowing on them, so I might have to show you in just a second. But they actually close up their petals in response to the light and touch, and then they'll actually drop their branches down. This one is completely ignoring me. You see how tight the branches are. But we'll show you a better response in just a moment. But that gives you an idea. Plants respond to different things. So we'll check them out soon, and then we'll do our experiment and see if plants are going to respond to us.